Michael, focus on what is it that you want to say rather than making the person.
But drawing is
Fun.
can be fun.
Definitely.
It was to ask people to make a sequence of 3 images in which the first one they will express visually what happened and who was involved and what was really the cause for the riots.
It's about the riots and it's basically someone robbing someone and wearing their clothes and dressing up as a bad person and doing spray cans. He was in it. He must have been in the gang that the guy got shot, and then his brother started telling what happened and started the riots.
People can sometimes find it really difficult to express their views talking, and they find it much easier to express their views through image making.
To the left of the image is a scene about Mark Dougan's death. The crowd represents his family and those closest to him as they demand justice. And then there's a trail that leads to a young person in the centre of the image, a representation of the scene in Hackney. The data we collected suggested that young people were mostly involved. The image therefore represents a young person directing his anger at the police. The trail continues. The diminishing trail represents that the riots could potentially reoccur. The JD box at the bottom of the image causes us to question whether the young people were really angry at the police or whether they did it all for personal gain.
And basically here is a policeman and here is Mark Dougan's grave, and the whole story is the fact that the police tried to hide it. Like, this is the tree and they just tried to bury it under it, sort of cover it up, and here is the policeman with the blood on the gun to show that basically he's the one who was responsible for it and he doesn't look very happy with himself. And behind here is the people asking questions why and protesting, and here is the gate sort of not letting them in and not letting them allowing them to ask questions or have their questions answered. And on all of these ones you can see that the person is really angry, some of them are really sad, and basically this is the whole reason why some people believe that the whole thing started.
On the second image is more about the impact and the responses from the community after the riots.
Generally, I think people felt that there was not much of a response from the government and from the police. Yes, there was responses, but they didn't feel that it did anything. So, the black hole represents a lack of credible responses, and the X's represent futility.
We asked a couple of people why they thought that it happened, and they said it was because of the divide in Hackney between the rich and the poor. And the image is of a window of 2 people in the same community. The state of the window, the state of the curtains are to show the difference in their living conditions.
And the third one is more focusing on what solutions they would like to see.
People that I've spoken to have said it would be good to have things for the young people to do, especially in the summer.
The solution is sort of have the government fund the people more, the ones that are not so privileged.
I would like to see Hackney changing. And
How? Changing how?
changing clever polices that would think before what they're gonna do. More activities like swimming for free, going horse riding, going
What else?
sailing, going kayaking, and going to the Olympics for free.
Oh!